the seagulls shouting behind me. So animals have a reason for everything, every act. So why is that seagull still going around in circles? It's because all the dogs are on the beach. It's quite simple. So point of this thought for today, I'm going to get to a place in a minute where I can just stop and film. It's quite difficult walking on this. So the point of the thought is, what's the reason? So that seagull's got his reasons, and we understand that, and it's pretty obvious. There's a reason for everything, isn't there? So there's a reason that the guys I'm with, the dogs, they're all a bit split up doing their own thing. They've all got a reason for doing what they're doing right now. My reason for being here is to take them out and myself out. And then I thought, I think I want to talk about reasons for doing things, because I've realised that this cliff here, you can see it's all fallen apart. Over the past couple of years we've seen it sort of all fall down, and what happens is the sea right there, when it comes in, it washes all around here, and just pulls the cliff down, makes beautiful sandy beaches from now and then the sand sinks through the stones. Then there's another rock fall. It's pretty frequent. I thought, wow, this is the only area that I know in the whole area, all the chalk cliffs here, that are eroding like this. And then I realised the reason. It's because of the wall. That's the wall we have to walk round at low tide so that we can get here. That's why it's not really used, this beach. We use it a lot. So we see it changing. Because the wall's there, when the tide comes in, you end up with a big swirly effect behind the wall. And this all fills up with water, whereas up there, the wall obviously is there to stop the sea, or to keep that bit nice with its walkway and stuff. And so the sea then comes round and gouges great lumps out of the downs here. Now up there is obviously, you can see it's grass and everything. So a little way from there, quite a little way, is where a road is, or there's going to be any issues for people. So it's kind of like, we won't rectify that. I don't know. I'm thinking I'll take the wall down because it's eroding all of this. So the problem with erosion, as far as I can see, on the South Downs where I've been going, is because of some man-made structure. So I see, now I could be wrong, and that's fine. I kind of know how water works, and over time and stuff, and the nature of the rock and everything, and how things interrelate. But yeah, happy to be proved wrong with anything at any point. I'm going to sit down. It's a very interesting energy today, and the reason for that could be, I don't know, but I'm going to sit in it and enjoy it. We're all very relaxed today. So the reason for things, my goodness, when I think of all the interrelation scenarios that I've had over the years with dogs, with working with dogs, being intently not concentrating, but in tune with, learning stuff all the time. I understand that every move, action they make has a reason. Doesn't it, Pete? Everything. And so, you know, understanding that means that I can work around their reasoning to help bring them into balance, knowing that mammals generally, particularly these social ones, these pack animals, these dogs. Oi, Milo. So her reason for grumbling at him is because he likes the smell of her right now. She wants to get on and play with her stone on the beach. So I needed to help her out there because he's quite insistent. So the dogs always have a reason for everything, and you know, I can go through all the reasons for all of the issues that emerge with dogs because of these reasons, which are all incidentally, I mean, I could go through it, but I'm not going to. Reason being because it's the point of this video isn't actually about helping dogs, it's what dogs show us and how dogs help us. So what they've helped me with is understanding there's a reason for everything, and the quality of communication that you have when you want to that's so sweet. You know, when you want to interrelate in the best way that's possible. You know, if you're going to make a choice, let's choose to be happy. If you want to be happy, let's do things in the best way. That means everyone's happy. It's catching. Happiness is catching. You know, these guys, I wish you had the view I had. They're kind of all surrounding me, all different. How many have I got? Milo, will you leave her alone? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So there's 10 of us all together. I think I'll have a recount in a minute, 'cause sometimes I don't count them up right. So the reason for dogs' behaviour, they know it, I know it. I've learned that they have a reason for everything, and I've learned how to communicate within that, on their realm, in their way, so that you know, as a human, I can respect them correctly, and then I can value them as their true worth, and then they can be the best that they can be. So now I don't know what they are. I don't think I know what they are. Making a tweeting sound, just skimming across the top of the sea, which is very calm right now. So lovely. Milo, get off. So yeah, it all makes sense. The reason dogs do what they do, the reason cats do what they do, the reason horses do what they do, and everything in the world makes sense. The reason the water moves the way it moves, regarding the sea, rivers, anything, the way that trees grow, everything has a reason, and it really makes sense. It's a proper reason, and all for the more joy and happiness, all for what we call life, living, thriving. So they're really good reasons, and they only. And then, obviously working with the dogs, I've come to learn that every issue that a dog has had psychologically that's brought trauma, drama, or anything else, any kind of upset, and I've been called to work with them, they show me that the reasons that there's issues is because of a miscommunication, that they're not understood. And I'm like, okay, that's fair enough. So we can help people to understand the dogs, and then all the dogs can be happy. But what they've really shown me over the years is that people do things without a reason, and they're the only thing on earth that does things for no reason. They're the only species that will kill for no reason, in so much as they don't need to kill to save their own life, so they're not killing in self-defense, and they're not killing to eat. So I learned when I was diving years ago that if you're going to kill something, you have to eat it, and you apply that to everything on this earth. You step on an ant, you need to pick it up and eat it. You've no right. There's no reason. And people are doing things all the time for no reason. And I know I started off with this wall thing, and it just occurred to me how things are done for a reason, but actually there isn't a reason, and then it makes that reason into something that's a problem rather than a solution. I think it's a problem all these cliffs are falling down, because at some point there's got to be a bit of more tampering with this to slow it down. I think we should just take that wall out personally and let things go naturally, and then if it's left natural, we know that the reasons for things happening, it is how it's meant to be, and then just work around that. If we're human and clever, we're meant to work around things. Our reasoning is for making things better all round. And so when you're having to make things better all round so that all the babies are fed, taken care of, and all the old people have some company at the very least, and the sick people are cared for, and disabled people are supported and nurtured in their community, when you've got to do stuff like that, then there's a hell of a lot of good reasons why. And you best get on and do it, because it's a hell of a big job. And I don't understand why so many people do things for no reason. And then I understand that maybe the reason is because they're bettering things for themselves. And the quickest way to better life for yourself is to take it from others, is to be greedy, is to lie, manipulate, steal. And every one of those other things listed on something, I think I don't know if a dog wrote it. Is it dog? God? I don't know. You don't steal. These things, these sins. So I question reason. And isn't it interesting that the human who is lucky enough to have the most complex language capability and potential problem solving skills with regard to understanding there's a future, I don't understand the reason for a lot of things. And I don't understand particularly why the planes were out last night, cloud seeding, so they have a white light, no other flashing lights. The cloud seeding at night, beautiful day yesterday, and then I see all this sort of, it's different to the usual cloud. And I think, well, they do say, don't they need to cool the world down, and so therefore they need to block out the sun. And they also say, I don't know who they is, mind you, but it is being said by them, WEF and WHO or whatever, that you would need to have loads of land covered up by solar panels, which obviously means you can't have animals or food grown there, but you need that for solar panels to get the sunlight to give the energy, so we don't burn fossil fuels or use other free energy sources. And I don't understand how the cloud seeding and the solar panel thing, they're doing it at the same time. So they need to have a word with each other or themselves and see if they've actually got a reason for either. Because the way I see it, if they carry on in this way, then we're going to have like a bit of a seawall. It protects one little aspect, but then actually it's being pretty destructive in an unnatural way to a larger aspect, i.e. a few people will get some benefit from choices that are made that don't make any sense, have no reasons, and a lot of people will succumb. They're submitting. They would have to submit, wouldn't they, dogs? There's a dominant feature. They submit to that, but they are the ones that suffer if they get it all wrong. So, yeah, as I said in the beginning, I'm really happy to be proved wrong. Oh my God, do you know what? I would be ecstatic to be proved wrong. So please prove me wrong. If anyone can tell me why they're cloud seeding with the reason for blocking out the sun to cool the earth at the same time as they're covering up the ground and the fields and the pastures with miles and miles of solar panels in order to catch the sunlight that they're blocking out. And do you know how much money that's cost? I don't, because I hate money, because I think it's stupid and it just brings problems. But there you go. I think it's cost a lot of money, and my only personal relationship with money is trying to have enough so that I know I can feed the kids, pay the rent, you know. If I can't pay the rent and feed the kids, I'm going to wonder if someone used all that money to do something for no reason, and all that comes of it in the end is that there's no plant life, there's no carbon being brought from the atmosphere back into the ground at all, because there's plastic or solar panels which don't make any energy because they've made clouds to block out the sun. We could destroy everything with that when you think about it. Don't worry, Ernie, because we live in the now. So yeah, my advice to you from Brucey there, Ernie, and the rest of this gang is, make sure you have a good reason for doing what you're doing. Enjoy your day and do it with some good company. You know, some things are not in our control, but some things are. So you take what you're in control of and make the best of it. And and I think if there's no reason behind stuff, best thing is try and forget it altogether. Ignore it. Pretend it doesn't happen. Pretend they're not doing it. So that you don't believe it and fall in with it, and don't make excuses for you suffering in your life because someone had to make silly decisions like that. Isn't that right, Seagull? Because down here, we're all happy. Nothing wrong with the sea, nothing wrong with anything. We're all happy. We'd have been happy with the sun beating down on us. We're about to get our paws wet, keep cool. We've been very happy. So the clouds that are natural, I'm happy with them. They're the ones that bring clean water, aren't they? Anyway, there you go. That's enough from me. I'm going to have a little wander with these guys and live in the now, because that is the present. It's a gift. Take care.